Good morning and welcome to Orna. I'm going to be playing around with a new build that I've been mucking around with lately. It's Deity, Ranger, actually on Raider at the moment. We might try that in a moment, but I'm going to do some dungeons, both regular and we've got two theme dungeons here that we can do. We're going to do them as Deity Ranger and see how we go clearing them out in Horde mode. So I've got on my screen here for you guys to have a look at the gear that I'm utilising to do that. So I've got an Arisen, Bad Cather, and I've also got full defense gear. So this build's a little bit interesting. I won't be utilising any ward at all during these runs, so it should be a good bit of fun. In my gauntlet here you'll see that I've got Arrowstorm 2 equipped, and my gear should be on screen for you throughout the dungeon. So we'll do a quick beast end to start with, so we're going to put that on Horde mode. Again, there's my gear, there's my skills, so let's hold and enter. Alright, so with this run I just like to buff up first to make sure that I don't die, because I am going to go wardless. So we're going to go golems, we're going to go barrier. We've got that new the Deity passive as part of the most recent mechanical patch that came late last year, which actually causes the Deity to proc deific channel once so often in fights. So we're going to just quickly keep buffing up here, and I'm actually going to Ambrosia away the negative downs, or the downs there, not negative downs. I actually do use Gunner as well, and you should be fine in something like a beast den. Just going through now, we can just Arrowstorm away, and hopefully what we should get throughout this run as well is the Chimera should actually give us Berserk at some point. And there it goes. So now we actually start doing fairly decent damage. So you see how quickly we can actually tear through this as a Horde mode dungeon with Deity Ranger. It's actually a good bit of fun, and the not having to worry about ward is something that's interesting. It's a different sort of play style. It actually takes away a heap of moves at the start where you typically would be using things like Ward of Fortnite, maybe Divine Bastion even, for those redlining classes. But yeah, I can just get in there, do my buffs, then just start hitting Arrowstorm. And it's pretty strong. And you'll see that as my mana's going down, this is actually getting stronger as well, because my passives are based on that. So we do have on my bow the new Ashen Rubies. You'll notice that my health is actually going up on these hits. So ordinarily with Berserk your health would just keep going down, but I'm utilising the new Ashen Rubies from the recent event that actually recover my health and sort of gives me like what Life Siphon used to do on Deity. So it gives us different ways to play Deity going forward, which is fantastic. You can actually redline the class, which boosts all your stats and is a fantastic way to play. It's a good bit of fun. But then you've alternately, if you want to, you can use these rubies to sort of emulate how Life Siphon used to work on the class. And yeah, it's a good bit of fun. So we're nearly done this one. 110,000 on Arrowstorm, that's crazy. Look at that, easy peasy. There's a beast end done. Only took us a couple of minutes as well. We're going to try the Underworld too, so I'll do that one. Horde mode. Let's get it. Alright, so same thing, golems. And if you see my gear, which should be listed on your screen as I'm playing, I've got Fae Arisen gear on, which gives me good split stats. I've also got the Lioness Crown, which once again gives good split stats. The reason I'm using that is because I can get a little bit extra foresight, which should allow me to act before enemies during the dungeon. But then also I've loaded it up with Jewels of the Deep so that I get a bit of mana back as well, because the Arisen Fae gear actually reduces my mana. And then I've also got in the offhand slot where people would ordinarily equip a nice ward shield, I've actually got the Arisen Certus shield, which gives me really good defense and resistance, which helps lean into this defense resistance build. Actually I want Gunner, that's something I definitely want. Now the reason that I'm okay with using Gunner is that there's not actually too many enemies that would be able to do 12,000 plus damage using a spell. So that means that I'm not too worried about dying when I run these. So yeah, that's my reasoning. You can go without Gunner, which means that you essentially do less damage, but it also takes all the risk away. If you are running a full defense resistance build and you don't have Gunner on, it means that your resistance isn't getting dropped, which means that you basically can't die. I want to note as well is that my Deity's actually only Ascension level 2. This isn't a high Ascended Deity, so this is actually perfectly buildable for anyone who is, well, you need the gear obviously, but it's not like these damage numbers are outside the realms of possibility for people. You can use different weapons. At the moment I'm running this with Presence so that there's more likelihood of summoning scrolls to drop from the Baylor gateways, but I mean an alternate to this could be anything. You could run a Labrys with the Arisen Trevelyan charms to really increase the damage output as well. Yeah, there's lots of different options. But this is a good bit of fun. If you guys are interested, I might actually put together a Deity raiding build that's based around melee as well, and there's a good way to play that with Raider, especially with these new rubies. It really opens things up. And then there's another way to play it based on redlining, which is a whole heap of fun as well, so I could make a couple of videos on that. So we're nearly done here. Again, this is taking us no time. Mana pot up here. Look at that, nothing's hurting me, so I'm not worried at all. No ward, but no worries. And this gateway hopefully drops a scroll for us. No scroll, that's okay. Having a underworld portal at your house is pretty handy. It means that I've got more opportunities at getting scrolls for this week, which is fantastic. Give us one at the end. No summoning scroll. We've got a lot of materials though, so we might actually end it there. Yeah, so it doesn't take too long to run through the Horde dungeons with Deity Ranger, building it that way. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll bring you some more videos soon. Bye.